Now that's a lot of boats. Whatever kind of bridge I make, I'm gonna have to get it the hell out of the way of these. Though I wonder, actually, with this kind of road separation, if I can do some sort of zigzag bridge, where the roads are lined up like this, and a zigzag fits perfectly. However, the issue is I haven't done a zigzag hydraulic bridge before. I don't know what to make out of that. What's weird is that I can't really split it down the middle unless I break up this road. But I also don't see the benefits of breaking up that road. You can also do a kind of crude split like this. However, the left side section would have this road, which has nothing attached to it at this node. And that would mean when it splits off, this will just be dangling down and will not fit back in place. So I was thinking I could do like a double connection here. Just have this wood rope here and then overlay it with the existing wood. So it's like hydraulics happen and then the boats come, then hydraulics put the bridge back and then both cars go. I'm actually curious to see where this goes. I don't know what to make of it. Oh, it just breaks. I see. Interesting. I should be detaching this as a split joint so the bridge can pivot. Lock down the hydraulic, of course, so it's something to pull on. But I need the bridge to... Oh, God, okay. Maybe not do that. I think for the first time, I'm going to attach a wood between two static joints. Just because one of them is not going to be static. One of them needs to pivot. There we go. That's the pivot I was looking for. Does it work? Oh, it's close. I think it's going to hit. But the idea is there. So, because it's a limo, it still has headroom in between the top section. I imagine I could lift the roads up and then also change the hydraulic position. Does a higher up road help? I was thinking yes, because it'd be further away from the boats, but the position of the bridge still leaves it out there. I mean, I could take the other roads and move them up. And maybe that's better at dodging boats? It is so close. Okay, the more I think about it, the more this node should be out a bit more. Like, it seems like it's even a little further away from the boats. It actually misses them this time. The question is, does it hold the vehicles? It's stressed, but it does work. Okay, under half budget. Oh, damn. That's almost top 50. Is it easy to get top 50? I made like a very minor shave, just moving some pixels up. We'll see if that actually still holds or if that's enough to wreck it. No, it holds. Is it top 50? It is. I'll take it. $133,000. So realistically, I have $65,500. And the roads are locked in with the inability to place more. So hydraulics are forced. You know what else is forced? Very likely 2 foundations. And that eats away at almost half my effective budget. I guess the most important thing is the bridge stands itself. We stand a self-standing bridge. But God forbid I want to raise the foundation up too. Because, well, per height, this is 900 per meter, and steel is 450 per meter. So 1 foundation is cheaper than 2 diagonal steels. I mean, I maybe can afford this. Let's see, is it going to be single hydraulic splits? You know what I just realized, though? When all this splits off, these center things are going to be a bit of an island. So I'll need another attachment to keep them together? This is getting ridiculous. I think if I want to cheap out on hydraulics, it should be on the top side because it clearly doesn't have to rotate 90 degrees. And oh man, this is adding up so quickly. I got 4,000 to work with, and it's going to tumble over. Well, you know the drill. Working bridge first and foremost. All the boys are here. How bad's the tip over? Even the symmetrical one tips over. That's a shame. Out of curiosity, let me check something. If I swap the hydraulics to the outside, do they at least hold? They do. In the middle doesn't, of course. Now let me see something. Can I use the side of the foundation as a joint? Well, I can't drag the joint into the foundation, so I wonder if I can brace off the side of it. So I was thinking I could just set it up so I brace on both sides of the foundation. Then I'm forced to go wood. Oh no, how terrible. Something like this, just I want to see if that holds better. Well, it breaks. Oh, because it falls. It's not properly jammed in. Maybe I still need a steel in the equation, because maybe it has to still wedge in lower. Oh, it held. Okay, that's a little progress. Maybe you can wedge in even better? Because it has that initial moment of ricketing first, but now it holds. So now I gotta do something similar on the other side. And theoretically, this should hold. Now the question is it gonna hold the vehicle? Because I mean, I realize it's gonna actually be supported by wood. Oh, it breaks all the way over here. I'm gonna try actually taking that and making this rope. Does that still work? Well, let's see. The rope does hold, so we got a good bridge. And actually, it gets through the middle just fine. It's going to fail on the right side, I assume. No, okay, actually, that's good. The right side works. So I got 11,000 a shave. I think it can be done. Let's start with a customary elimination of steel. Just starting with one side here, got wood muscles instead. It looks a lot weaker, but it is a lot cheaper. Oh, and it works. Good, good, good. Well, it means the right side can match. And actually, what I like about this is that a lot of the steels aren't even strictly being replaced by wood muscles. Most of the time, it's even fewer woods. Let's see if I can get away without having to do rope on the right side. Oh, unfortunate. Actually, maybe I could optimize the rope support and then just, it would be the best plan. What about tweaking up of the rope node? And then actually just some of these nodes in general can go higher, I think. It kind of looks like ass. But it's ass that works. And lastly, does it need to be actual rope all the way through? Wood has tension capabilities and wood rope. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna raise some of this stuff up higher, including some of these nodes. Okay, yeah, that can work. This costs $57.41. This costs like 7,000 more. So theoretically, it should work when mirrored, but I mean, both sides of the bridges are undergoing different types of forces, so I wouldn't be surprised. No, okay, it does work. Well, where else can I save money? Hydraulics, that's for one. You know what then? How about I actually go back to swapping these? Just let the middle hold up 2. Yeah, I wonder if that's better for forces. More importantly, I wonder if it can actually support a cheap hydraulic. Yeah, it can. Okay, that's better. What if both sides are mirrored? Well, I've got 3 cheap hydraulics and still a lot of budget to shave. 4,500 worth of budget to be precise. Now, I think the majority of the budget is to be shaved here. Let's see what I can shave down here. Do I need this attaching wood? It braces just as well. Out of curiosity, does it pivot in one particular way or another? Like if I were to get rid of this node. Oh, it's stable-ish. Ish. I mean, as long as it clicks, it works. I was also looking at this steel. I don't think it has to be steel at all. Very much seems like a wood boy to me. Did that click? Okay, it did. Can I make over the right side in the same way? First off, which way does it pivot? Okay, I chose the correct way. I'm actually really close now. $1,000 to go practically. And this gets me down to about 500 if it works. Big if. Yeah, the if is right. And I have 10% stress to work with. Well, I know a thing or two about cheap wood, so I imagine I can eke out the extra $500. Behold! Never mind. No, not yet. Don't behold anything. Behold? Behold! The cheap wood. Which I guess didn't click in the middle. Son of a... This would be on directly half budget. And I'll take it. Half budget is half budget. Damn, that was tough. You know what I'm curious? How few foundations did people get this with? Oh, there is a cheap solution that just involves no foundations and lifting the whole bridge. Wow, I am shocked that that arch holds. Well, that would have made half budget a lot easier. Out of curiosity, did anyone else get under half budget with 2 foundations? No, but this is a really impressive tension design. Of course tension's cheaper than foundations. What even is the point of a foundation then? $99,000 on, a loop. With 1 foundation limit, you guys know I love my foundations. So $44,500 for a loop. Technically the loop is optional. Well, is it optional? Because the other option is just doing a vertical ramp and just seeing if it hits the 2nd star. I'm just gonna overspend to see if the idea has any merit. And I mean it when I said overspend. But it does hit both stars, so there is merit. Out of curiosity, how far forward can I get it and still hit both stars? Well, that's pretty far forward. So I was kind of just thinking of like a catching road that barely falls. And again, I just want to see if the idea has any merit. Okay, so I mean, that does snap. This is overspending to the moon and back. I feel like it should be fine. Oh, there is merit to the idea. I mean, I kind of want this idea to work. It's just a lot of steel that needs to go. Goodbye, steel. Hello, wood. I feel like the left side is easiest to change. Oh, but you know what? There's a lot of butterfly effect. I wouldn't say butterfly effect. I think there's just like a lot of forces in the bridge being a very specific way. Time to attempt a terrible truss. Probably not the best idea. Why? You know, if this breaks, why even have it? Why even have it? That's why. Okay, noted. Sometimes you don't ask why things are there. You just accept it. But that does change everything, unfortunately. Well, I gotta keep tackling steel to the best of my ability. This still hold? No, that snaps right away. Well, that holds. It's just the catch does not. You just have to make sure the car falls very little. Like the road basically needs to scoop it. Basically. There we go. Already top 10% with all this steel. When it lands, most of these steels get pretty stressed, but not all of them. Like this one doesn't even get stressed at all. Is it needed? Yeah, somewhat. But it probably could be wood. Same with like a couple of these other ones. Now, why am I running this absolutely silly idea? I just have to know if it can make it all the way. Okay, watch out. There's a lot of wood on this bridge. And it still works. Shocker. I'm gonna pivot back to the left side real quick. How much is steel really needed as opposed to just wood on the top? It's really not. In fact, I might be better off getting rid of 2 steels and just introducing more of a wood truss. I'll arch it a bit more to be safe, but I don't think it's needed. A break and it still works. So what, raise it up and just hope it stops breaking? Oh, yeah, I guess so. Well, I believe this steel can be wood. Looks pretty stabilizer-esque. Now, these steels in the middle actually don't look that stressed either. I suppose I can do a wood muscle. And maybe here I could just do like a wood with a stabilizer. Kind of an A-frame. It's like a muscle and a half. That works. I noticed this steel isn't very stressed. I think it's actually under tension. Please tell me it's under tension. I think it is under tension. Yeah. Now, it feels like not all of this steel has to be steel. If I replace that steel with not exactly another muscle, but it's like a half wood, half steel support. It's still all stabilized together. It holds. I want to try these 3 steel, okay? They're pretty important, but if I make this into a wood muscle, and then I'm gonna preemptively go with a triple wood muscle here, where I've just got a hunch that a regular old muscle won't cut it. Yeah, that just works, and it's under half budget. I want the steel gone. This isn't about half budget, it's about culling the steel. And for starters, I mean, that means building a pretty basic wood muscle. I had to alter the course of the roads for this. That doesn't matter. Now, it feels like these steels are gonna be hardest of all, but at the same time, they shouldn't be. Wow. Getting rid of that steel transfers issues to here. Well, I wonder if I can try a triple muscle here. Yeah, actually, that does work. It's not cheaper, but I like it more. And maybe it lets me get rid of this other steel. It actually does. All right, awesome. Well, now I just have steel here. I'm gonna be honest, these seem a lot harder to remove. Well, I wonder if there's a point where just more foundation, less steel is the play. Like I have this up so high that just having steel is almost a liability. I don't think it'd be a liability, but I don't know. I mean, if it reaches with individual woods, what's the worst that could happen besides the obvious? Okay, well, they're under compression, so I bet they could be roads. How many need to be roads? At least a couple. Foundation is kind of like a road. Okay, 1 steel. Oh, the rest just snaps. I wonder if I can actually have more on the overtruss, which should divert a bit more to the left. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Ooh, that almost makes it not land. Maybe that means this can become a road now. Bye-bye steel. Bye-bye steel. I'm still wanting to be a little cheaper. I wonder if I can have 1 more wood instead of road. I can. It kind of changes everything with the catch, but it still works. That's a very versatile catch. What do the other cheap ones look like? The cheapest actually is a loop. Oh. Wait a second. Wait a second. That's unbreaking. What the how is that unbreaking? There are some connections here that do not make any sense. This one's static, though it does jiggle. Is that a double wood rope? Once again, no foundation. There's a $39,000 one with a foundation. Does it land on the foundation? Ah, it does. Listen, I was touting the triple muscle, but I have to know, if this was steel, would it still work? That's awkward. And it's cheaper. Well, maybe if this were just a regular muscle, maybe that has a chance. And I was just simply writing it off. Yeah, okay, it works as a double muscle. And that is why steel is trash, because my stress just got better. I shaved it more because I felt like it. You can tell all the changes here. It's a much cleaner wood. And top 1%. I like a clean wood. And I checked, while all these solutions are cool, they all include heathen steel. Maybe except for this one? I don't know. Is this connection here a steel? I gotta get really close to see. I don't know, man. That looks like a steel to me. Making my bridge the cheapest without steel. Yay.